I'm sorry to spring this on you, but we've only known each other, right? So I thought it might be good to have some fun before we got married. Thank you for choosing to get married.
Thank you. Cheers. On our first day of marriage, we got basic furniture and organized most of our stuff.
Hey, Dio. I want to have a one-night stand.
What? It was her day off. I was enjoying a relaxing time eating snacks with my fiancée. We lived together. I froze at her sudden outburst.
I'm sorry to spring this on you, but we've only known each other, right? So I thought it might be good to have some fun before we got married.
Is this because of the TV show we watched? According to some data, marriages between people in their 20s had higher divorce rates than those between people in their 30s and older. In addition, the show said that people who have never been in relationships or had any sexual partners also increased the probability of divorce.
Yeah? We fit into that category, don't we? So...
I wanted to tell her that we wouldn't end up that way, but I couldn't tell the future. Let me think about it. Yuno Fua and I, Ryo Hasegawa, have been dating since our last year in high school. We were on year 6. After graduating college, we started living together. Last year in March, I proposed to her on our anniversary. I don't want to. I didn't want to deny her outright, so I gave it some thought, but my answer didn't change. Even if there was some data, it was just data. What mattered was what the two of us decided to do moving forward. While I was thinking, I had a thought. Would Yuno really never cheat on me? Yuno was responsible and more introverted than not, so she must have thought about it a lot before telling me. In the end, what she told me was, I want to have a one-night stand. She didn't say, do you think we'll be okay? Why didn't you talk to me before you came to your conclusion? You've always done that, haven't you?
Because, it was difficult for me to tell you.
She didn't meet my gaze. I knew it. She was lying. Since then, I became more and more suspicious. Was she just curious about one-night stands? Would she not cheat on me after we got married then? I can't do this. Once I grew suspicious, I couldn't stop. So, 2 weeks later, I responded to what she had told me. I'm sorry, let's break up.
I'm sorry, I won't say it again. Please think it over.
Yuno apologized over and over, but I couldn't just nip the distrust that had sprouted. We broke off our engagement. It was February, almost Valentine's Day. 9 years passed since then. I was 23 back then, but now I was 32. I was the king of being single. I look forward to our continued business together. I became a bit reckless back then. At 25, I started working at a startup architecture firm called Lavis. Now, I was the division director. I was finishing up putting together a business partnership with an established company called Kamishiro Architecture. Our small company now had 250 employees and brought in $12 billion a year. On top of that, we are partnering with big companies like this one.
Hasegawa, a moment?
After the meeting, I was called into another meeting room. I had a feeling what this was about.
We are fine on the business end. This isn't official business, but... How would you like to go on a date with my daughter?
It was just as I had suspected. With this business partnership, the other company wanted more financial power. We wanted government projects, the trust that came with their name, and the access that came with that trust. Family connections played a big part in government projects. Just forming a business partnership was not strong enough. It was basically pointless.
Their daughter is going to take over the company in the future, so you'll be marrying into their family.
The CEO had talked to me about the marriage before, about their values, and marrying into their family. It was unofficial, but this was mandatory. Some people might think it cruel. Thank you for this opportunity. I gladly accept. This was an incredibly attractive offer for me. Since that incident, I could never imagine getting married, even if I got into relationships.
Thank you. My daughter suggested it. I'd be happy if it were you, Mr. Hasegawa. I'll send you the details of the date later.
When I thought about the future, I did want a family. That's why this proposal was a lifeboat for me.
Thank you, Hasegawa.
I was set to go on a date with the heiress of Kamishiro Architecture. I had never met her before, but I knew she was in charge of the redevelopment project. As an average citizen, this heiress was a scary date. I wonder what kind of person she would be.
So, you were on the basketball team? I did kendo, but I prefer ball sports.
The woman was stunning. She was beautiful and intelligent. I had pictured a softer woman, but she defied my expectations in a good way. Kendo, you look strong.
Thank you. I still remember the excitement of winning a national competition.
A national competition? Kyoka Kamishiro was a year older at 33. In middle and high school, she was class president. She went to a top-tier university. At 27, she studied abroad in London for a year. Wow, your history is so amazing. I'm worried now that I'm not a match for you.
In reality, I was just dying from how busy work is. I heard that you're one of the founding members of the company. You supported them during the toughest time.
They had just started. They didn't have enough people, so I did whatever I could. Talking to her was comfortable. Just a short conversation let me know how intelligent and refined she was.
This is a business marriage, so there really is only one choice. I propose this. So no matter what kind of marriage you would like to have, I've made my decision.
She was honorable. She didn't have to go through a business marriage like this. I'm sure she got many offers. Why did she propose this? Was there no one else? I just want to be a normal family. She looked relieved and smiled when I told her that. After that, we went on 2 more dates and discussed her values. We talked about her non-negotiables. I told her that cheating was an absolute no. She laughed and said that was a given.
My non-negotiable? It's not really one, but I hope we can just be ourselves with each other. We're going to be a family. It might take some time because of the way we met, but...
We got married. Since I was marrying into their family, my last name changed to Kamishiro. We got a place immediately. 2 months after the first date, the long-awaited marriage life began.
Thank you for choosing to get married.
Thank you. Cheers. On our first day of marriage, we got basic furniture and organized most of our stuff. You're good at cooking.
I lived alone for a while, so I can do basics. It was fun to cook together.
Since it was our first day together like this, we made dinner together. She was skilled, and the food tasted and looked great.
Thanks for letting me go first. That was a nice bath.
After washing dishes, I had Kyoka take a bath first. I'm excited to take a bath in a new house. Like we talked about before, we're married, but we've only known each other for 2 months, so we can sleep in separate rooms.
I'm lucky to have such a gentleman for a husband.
Our house was unnecessarily big. We each had our own bedroom separate from the master. Kyoka was comfortable showing me her face with no makeup, but she looked relieved when I had suggested separate rooms. I hope we can slowly become a real married couple. I remember data I had seen that divorce rates were lower with arranged marriages. I could see how it would be easier to make calculated decisions since you were starting from zero. Just like building a good partnership with a client, we were building our relationship as a married couple.
Good morning, Leo.
The next morning, I woke up early to make breakfast. Kyoka was already in the kitchen. Good morning. Didn't I say I make breakfast today?
I know, but I woke up early, so I thought I might as well.
Really? Thank you. What should I do?
Can I ask you to taste the miso soup? I don't feel confident now that someone else is going to eat it.
Some people can't sleep with a different pillow. Maybe Kyoka was like that. It's good. Did you make the broth from scratch?
Yes. All I used was dried fish.
My family used powdered broth, so I feel lucky I get to have miso soup this good. There are a lot of dishes here. You woke up that early? Are you okay?
I'll get used to things eventually. Breakfast will be more simple then, so enjoy this. So, I made eggs. I made a sweet version and a savory version.
Oh,
Which do you prefer?
If I had to choose, I like the savory one. But they're both good and I like them both.
Really? Then I'll pick one all on my own every day. Which kind of egg do we have today?
Haha, I like that. I'll expand my repertoire of eggs too. This morning was sweet. I saw a bright future. She said she would put the rest in my lunch, so I requested extra of the savory version. Our newlywed life was going smoothly. We split up the housework, but we were both busy, so anytime either one of us got back late, we helped each other out or got food to go.
Yo, do you have a sec?
After about a month, I was doing laundry when Kyoka told me about a dinner at the Kamishiro house. It will be in 2 months. Kyoka's parents, her grandparents on her dad's side, and her aunt will be there. This so-called dinner was a setting for them to judge me.
Some people oppose this marriage, but my parents and my grandparents are on your side. I'll be there too, so you can just be yourself.
Legally, I was a Kamishiro, but that didn't mean I was automatically accepted by the family. Right now, I was still a candidate. After meeting them multiple times and gaining their acceptance, I would finally be an official Kamishiro. I can't embarrass you. I'll do my best to make a good impression. But I want to get to know you better and get closer to you.
Huh?
We've slowly gotten used to this lifestyle and learned each other's tastes, but there's still a lot more, isn't there? All I know now is that you like boba and love Sanrio. This is a business marriage, but I want to build a wonderful life with you.
Yo! This isn't fair. I'm jealous.
What?
It's nothing. Want to go to the aquarium sometime? I've always wanted to go on a date to the aquarium.
We've gone shopping nearby plenty of times, but we've only been on 4 actual dates. An aquarium date was a classic date. I agreed, but it was strange. So she's never been on an aquarium date? Or she has some bad memories? She gets more mysterious the more I get to know about her. She was put together at work and in private. She was also intelligent and seductive. But sometimes she reacted to things like a young girl.
Yo, sea lions! I've always wanted to see one.
All the men's eyes were on her. I get it. Men like this kind of unexpected charm. Yeah, they're cute. Let's get closer. But she was my wife. I took her hand to go closer to the sea lions. She looked surprised for a second.
Yes, hurry!
Her hands were warm, like she was nervous. It felt innocent. She was bewitching. How many men have felt this warmth before me? I felt a storm in my chest just thinking about her past. I squeezed her hand tighter to make it go away.
Neo is very capable. I would love for him to work for us, honestly.
2 months later, the day of the dinner, we had a restaurant that the Kamishiro family frequented. I smiled. Thank you for the compliment.
I've heard of Laivas too. I heard the CEO is a woman, and it's very hip. If everything goes well, Kyoka will take over. This was a very meaningful marriage in many ways.
Grandfather, hip is so old school. But yes, I'm having a wonderful time.
The dinner was much more comfortable than I imagined. Many of them were in favor of me. Kyoka's grandfather, the chairman, was a playful and unique individual.
A wonderful time, huh? He must be desperate right now to have our acceptance. We don't know if the happy times will continue once we accept him, and work goes well for him, do we?
The one person who was not on board was her aunt, Kyoko. She was the younger sister to President Kamishiro, and one of the directors at Kamishiro Architecture. It's true that I would like to be accepted by your family. This marriage would be meaningless otherwise.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad there are no misunderstandings there.
I heard that you're against this marriage. I'm sure Kamishiro Architecture would change greatly in 10 years if I'm accepted. I don't have the authority to speak on how your business is run, so I can't say anything there. But I can say this. Work aside, this marriage was a lifeboat for me. 6 years ago, my ex-fiancée told me that she wanted to have a one-night stand. I was consumed by that thought. I was no longer able to bring myself to get married.
Huh?
Will they not cheat on me? The more I learned about romantic marriages, I realized marriage was impossible for me. But I wanted a family. That was when I received the marriage offer from Kyoka. I do not intend to use this marriage as a simple stepping stone for my job. I understand that I shouldn't say stuff like this. Even if the business partnership doesn't go through, I want to protect Kyoka. I will find a different path at work, and I will protect my life with Kyoka. That is my promise. If I ever break it, you can boil me, grill me, whatever.
I see.
I couldn't tell how her aunt received my message from her expression. But she didn't press further, so maybe she made her judgment about me.
I'll be off now, Kyoka. Call me later. Yes, ma'am.
Kyoka left first. We had all happened to finish our meals, so the dinner ended there.
So you had a fiancé?
We stopped by a mall that was doing a Sanrio event. It's almost 10 years ago.
Still, you must have liked her a lot if you got engaged.
Well, we were each other's first partner. Back then, I had no doubt we would be together forever. But I don't have any lingering feelings. Actually, after that day. Oh. As we were talking, I saw a boba shop that was collaborating with Sanrio. There's a boba shop. There's a huge line, so I'll go buy you something.
Really?
Of course. Go buy some merch while I do that. There's limited edition stuff, right?
Yes. I think they'll sell out quickly, so that would help. I'd like a large milk tea, please.
She loved Hello Kitty more than anything else. She told me she was sad that the character never got first place in the annual popularity vote. Oh yeah, I think they collabed with the shoe brand too. I wonder if she'd like that. Maybe we can go shop for that if she's collecting those things too. I imagine Kyoka smiling with all her merchandise and smiled.
Yo!
It was a voice I had forgotten. My heart sank. I glanced, and it was my ex-fiancée. Judging from her outfit, she worked here.
Yo, don't ignore me, it's Yuno!
I have nothing to say to you. Go back to work.
I have something to say. I just said one small thing and you broke off the engagement. I can't believe you choose that whore over me.
Huh? The people around me started talking. They looked over curiously. I had to respond.
I saw her earlier. She looks like she's taking advantage of men. Now you're doing whatever she says and followed her here.
Stop saying stuff based on your flash judgments. I'm her husband. What's wrong with going shopping with my wife?
Husband?
Yuno immediately looked at my ring finger and went pale. She realized I wasn't lying.
What is this? Theo, wake up. I'm sure she's after your money. I heard a rumor. You switched jobs and now you're making a lot of money, aren't you? Because I said those things back then. Yo, I'm sorry. But you should rethink this. She's tricking you.
Hey. I don't need to get into details, so I won't explain, but you're way off with that. She's an heiress and a boss babe. Pretty hilarious to imagine she's after my money. If you want to spew your delusions, do it away from all these people. Also, I'll say this. Who's the real whore here, you bitch?
What?
If you're hearing rumors about me, shouldn't you realize there are rumors about you too? I heard you had fun with a bunch of men after we broke up. I had gotten over Yuno quite early on, because I had heard this from a classmate. She had told me that she wanted to have a one-night stand because she wanted to have sex with other people, not because she was worried about her future.
No, that's a misunderstanding. I was just curious about what it'd be like with other people. I didn't plan to be with a bunch.
Huh, what misunderstanding? I don't know my wife's past, but she wouldn't tell me she wants to have a one-night stand and make it seem like it's for our own sake. My wife isn't a woman that deserves to be insulted based on delusions by a woman that broke off her engagement. Never insult my wife again. Yuno started crying and ran away back to her post. I was met with applause.
Thank you, Ryo.
How long has she been watching? Kyoka looked like she might cry. Kyoka, are you collecting the shoes? If you are, let me buy you a pair after this. If you aren't, I'd like to gift you some merch. She nodded happily. We finished buying merch and went to get some shoes. Yuno was called to the back by a furious supervisor.
You're fired. But why? I caused a bit of a scene earlier, but I was on break. Causing a scene in your work uniform is one thing, but we've received a complaint from the mall. My niece was unfairly insulted. I would like you to take appropriate action immediately. From a very important client. What?
Kyoko was a VIP customer here, and she had seen everything. She had found about the collab and came to buy a present for her niece. We happened to come in too. She tried to leave without running into us when Yuno caused that scene, and she watched with the rest of the crowd.
I already contacted the temp agency. Take your things and go. What?
Yuno had gotten into some relationship-related trouble and gotten fired. She was working as a temp now. This place finally agreed to hire her, so I think it'll be hard for her to find her next job. She stood there in shock. The hole that had opened in her chest after we broke up got a little bigger.
I can't find a job.
After that, her temp agency stopped coming to her with work. When she got something, it was always short-term and terrible. She was still in the system, but basically unemployed.
What do I do? I have no savings. I can't find a sugar daddy at this age.
Yuno had dabbled in the sugar baby lifestyle after we broke up. She knew how effective that was, but she never accepted a job that used her body in that way since. Because
That stuff isn't fun at all.
even if it brought a moment of pleasure, the less she sold herself for, the less people valued her. She only attracted dishonest men.
If only I hadn't said what I did.
She was fooled by momentary pleasure. All she gained was feelings of emptiness. She lost far more than she had gained. She deeply regretted what she said in the past and lived a lonely life.
Aw, so cute.
As for me, I gifted Kyoka some shoes after the incident. She really liked these bright red heels. She's been staring at them even after we got home. Is it that nice? They just look like regular heels to me.
What are you saying? Look at the insoles. I can wear these regularly, so it's better.
Really? A few days later, something unexpected happened.
That's all? What do you think?
Kyoko called me directly about a job. The only person who had opposed the marriage had accepted me into their family. Thanks to this, the government treated us differently too. Dana. A year later, we had our first child. Now, our son was 1. He could crawl anywhere, and I had to keep my eye on him. Yes, it's Dada. Here, let's take a nap.
Thank you for putting him to sleep. I got a lot of housework done.
Thank you for doing the housework. Being a parent was harder than I ever imagined, but I was happy. I had been so afraid of marriage, but married life was going surprisingly well. It's going so well because I truly think this. I'm glad I get to be your first and your last. That's right. I thought Kyoko was super experienced, but she was actually a relationship novice. Aquarium dates, holding hands, cooking for someone. They were all firsts for her. You really can't judge a book by its cover.
What the? My dark past?
Dark? I've always been jealous of your past lovers.
Are you trying to start a fight? I'm still jealous of yours. Every time I see how experienced you are, I think you're so attractive, but it feels complicated too.
Divorce rates go up when you have little relationship experience. You should go out with more experienced people. There are all kinds of theories about relationships out there. I was confused by it all too, but there's one thing I learned from marrying my wife. All I can say to that is I'm sorry. But now I believe that was so that I could take the lead with you.
This is what I mean. You do this. Huh?
Sometimes the past can be a source of jealousy. If your past is dishonest, it can make people lose trust in you or feel sad. Phew, he's still asleep. He won't wake up if he has his doll. He's just like you.
My aunt buys too many. She sent us another one this morning.
In the end, what's important is not relationship experience, but whether you can be loyal to the person you're with. Every time I looked at Kyoka, that's how I felt. Kyoko is really thoughtful. I can't believe she was against a marriage because you always wanted a wonderful romantic relationship.
Even though I proposed the marriage, people kept assuming I was super experienced, so I couldn't date. I had given up.
From here on out, we're gonna do our best as new parents, working together through our first time.
Oh, I love this story. I love how they got together. I love how they complement each other, and the cheating ex-girlfriend got what she deserved. Perfection. All right, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!